Good morning. Today is December the 21st, 2020. For the children in our lives, this day means 4 more sleeps until that jolly old gent crosses over the world and leaves some exciting new gifts. For others, it means lots of work planning and preparing food for our families. With our busy lives, it is very easy to forget why we celebrate this time of year. Our psalm today reminds us how fortunate we are to have this wonderful, caring, and loving God in our lives. Before I read the psalm, I need to share some thoughts. I just listened to Ursula's Good News for today and had a good chuckle, imagining her trimming the roadside trees to decorate her home. We hate to admit that most of us have done something of a similar nature in our lives. I am remembering today, 4 or 5 years ago, when birch logs became a very popular thing to decorate our urns with. I picked up my dear friend Amber, and we went to a conservation area to look for fallen birch branches. I worked at a conservation authority for many years and felt very much at home wandering through the woods. My friend Amber has a vision problem, and I would stand her in a spot and say, "Now stay here, and I'm going to wander over here and see if I can find a branch." And every so often I would turn around, and every time I did, she's right behind me. And you know, she's very sure-footed in the forest. And that's what God's nature does to us. And then, just as we were coming out of the bush back to our car, with our arms loaded with our treasures, sure enough, there comes a car with its driver watching us all the way. I still use those branches today, and I remember that happy day that we had together in the forest. And now, today's psalm. Praise ye the Lord. I will praise the Lord with my whole heart, in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. The works of the Lord are great. Sought out all of them that have pleasure therein. His work is honorable and glorious, and his righteousness endureth forever. He hath made his wonderful works to be remembered. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion. He hath given meat unto them that fear him. He will ever be mindful of his covenant. He has showed his people the power of his works, that he may give them the heritage of the heathen. The works of his hands are verity and judgment. All his commandments are sure. They stand fast forever and ever, and are done in truth and uprightness. He sent his redemption unto his people. He hath commanded his covenant forever. Holy and reverend is his name. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. The word of the Lord. I know that some have seen the post about the Christmas star appearing this day on December the 21st. I couldn't help but really take a deeper look at how amazing that this occurrence would be happening in this year, 2020. In the year when Jesus was born, there was violence, chaos, political and social unrest. It was dark. Magi found him by way of the star, which was the meeting of three stars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars. They followed the star until it rested on where he was, and they began to worship him. In a time where it was dark, light was brought into our world. Jesus stepped into the chaos and brought peace. Fast forward to the year 2020. It's a time of violence, chaos, political, social unrest, and the pandemic. It is dark. Winter solstice, December the 21st, being a time where the day is the shortest and the night is the longest. It's literally the darkest day and is the beginning of what most would say the cold, dark winter season. But on the darkest day of this year, Jupiter and Saturn meet, giving us the Christmas star. How fitting is that? That in the moment of time during the Christmas season that we get to see this beautiful reminder that even in the darkest of times, light will and has stepped in. In our chaos, he is there. In our darkest time, he is there. He brings light and makes all things new. So as you look out on December the 21st today for the Christmas star, maybe we be being reminded of his power and his light that he brings for all mankind. He is perfect at stepping into chaos and bringing it into peace. And peace be with you this Christmas time.